Oh, sorry. Hello. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for being late. I'm sorry. I'm here now. Okay, I'm really here now. Hello. Hey. Audio okay? Mic test all. Okay. Alright. So, what are you having for dinner? It's a little late now, but in case you haven't had any dinner, here's the menu as always. Maybe a drink, you know? I'm having tea and I'm also having some chicken actually for dinner. I'm having a late dinner. Alright. Alright, so welcome. Have a seat. Yeah, take a bite of my chicken. It's gotten soggy now. Because it's been a while. It's been kind of out for a while now. Oh, sorry. My chair. They make really good chicken here. You guys should try it. Anyways, yeah. So, sorry for the late. Oh goodness. Here we go. Sorry, had to back up from my chair a little. But anyways. Soggy chicken because it's rain. No, it didn't get caught in the rain, don't worry. I just left it out a little too long. It's still pretty tasty though. Anyways, yeah. So, the reason I was late today and the day before I mentioned it on Twitter, where I was actually with my family for dinner. Yeah. That's why I couldn't make it yesterday, but we're having our off the clock today. So I hope you guys are seated for today's topic. But before that, I need to talk about this. So this morning I went to the cinema with my good friend, and we watched Project Hail Mary. Yay! The thing is, with me, I don't usually like sci-fi movie. I don't watch a lot of sci-fi movie. Not saying that I don't like it. It's just not something that I watch very often. So the preference is a little not very preferable for me. But Project Hail Mary, may I say, it was amazing. Honestly, I do hear that people say good things about it. I didn't hear anything about it. But that's just my For You page. I didn't get much content from the movie. Yeah, Ryan Gosling, yeah. Really great actor, by the way. And man, I won't say much about the movie itself because that's not the topic of this video. Of this stream or this hangout per se. Yeah, so it's not I won't say much about it and I don't want to spoil anything, but may I say it is one of the best theater experiences I went to. I say this because, well, I've obviously especially for the past month, I guess, or like past few times I went to the cinema, I didn't get the best movie-going experience. I actually prefer a lot more to watch at home. Because like in the cinema, I tend to worry that people are going to be a little too noisy, or like, because I listen to everything. I listen to everything. Therefore, every little whisper or breath or even cough, I will hear it, and that'll make me hyper focus on said respectful viewers in it. Like every time a scene where it's like not saying anything, like complete silence. If there's like a complete silence in the movie part, I tend to worry that someone's gonna be like, oh, they're like whispering, or because I tend to hear that. I tend to hear people whispering, even like whispering in the cinema. Because yeah, I've had that experience a lot, and that ruins my movie going experience. But for this movie, people are actually super. No, let's not get back into that. But for this movie, people are actually super respectful, and people were so like quiet, and like they were just watching the movie. And I didn't even know the movie was like almost 3 hours long, because the pacing itself is really good. Like I didn't get bored. I didn't like question like, oh, how many minutes do we have left? They threw the popcorn to Marangos. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Not at all. I did see a few like popcorn messes, but that's like the kind of thing where it's like, oh, it must be an accident, because like it was super dark in the theater anyways. So yeah. And after the movie finished, actually, people were clapping. Like during the credits scene, when the credits just rolled, people were clapping, which was super rare for me, at least. People were actually not standing ovation clapping, but like it was just a very cheerful, like respectful, like clap. You know, like the whole crowd was clapping and all. Is that good? Yeah, it was that good. It was super. I don't know. I can't say much because I don't want to like spoil it, or like I don't know how to like explain it, but it's really that good. It was super good. So many clapping, and there was like the theater itself was also pretty like crowded when our movie started. And yeah, it was one of the best theater experience I went to. Even like in like Iron Lung, I had a ton of fun during Iron Lung. But even then, I did still hear people whispering here and there during some scenes, which like it didn't ruin the movie experience, but like again, I can hear that. So like, yeah. Like, to say it's almost just as respectful as the time I went to watch Iron Lung. So yeah. Anyways, other than that, at the cinema, I actually saw a group of like alt fashion people. They're like a bunch of like, I don't know if they were like teenagers or around the same age as me. But they had a lot of like alt fashion on them. Like I saw someone with an Ita bag. I didn't see what I didn't really recognize what character it was, but they had a whole Ita bag, which was super sweet. And there was actually a scene girl, if you know what the scene. But scene is very new to me. It's very interesting. Other than that, I also saw a kid with a real propeller hat, which was really funny. It wasn't like swinging at all, so like it was very easy to mend. It's just so funny because like I'm just walking past the food court, and this kid with a propeller hat just came by. She didn't do anything like extravagant or anything. It's just really funny seeing a real propeller hat in action in real life. But yeah, that's enough. That's enough of the tangent. You think he watches the movie too with it? He? Who? The kid with the propeller hat? Question mark? If that's the case, then no, I didn't see them. But I saw a lot of the alt fashion people saw the Project Hail Mary. Tomodachi Life as cinema crowd. When we first got into the cinema, it wasn't actually that crowded. It got really crowded after the movie ended. So yeah. But a lot of the alt fashion people actually watched the movie, and it was like, oh, you guys actually watched it. So yeah. Enough of that tangent. I want to talk about a personal experience. A different personal experience. So, you know how we did a lot of drawing streams this week, didn't we? The Silas art, the title. I swear I changed the title. I don't know what happened. Anyways, the Silas drawing itself, let me update you. It's not finished yet. I'm still rendering, I'm still coloring, but hopefully by tomorrow it is finished. It will be a day late, but yeah. Anyways, have I ever told you guys I'm actually a design major graduate? If you probably stuck around a lot longer than probably, yeah, you already knew, but like, in case you don't know, I graduated last December as a graphic design student. Gosh, okay, I need to talk about my experience, okay? I need to talk about my experience there. I won't say where I'm from. If like, it's the type of thing where it's like, if you know, you know. You know, I don't really care if you found out where my university was. So if you know, you know. But this is just me sharing my experience, and hopefully maybe kind of like, I don't know if it'll like encourage you or like warn you. So the major I took specifically is graphic design. In Indonesia, it's called Visual Communication Design, DCD, or Design Komunikasi Visual. The thing is, I don't know if it also exists outside of Indonesia, but it is pretty popular in Indonesia, especially in the art community. Now, graphic design itself has a lot of branches. Like, it's not just like illustration. There's also like animation, photography counts as graphic design. It goes up to like advertising, editing, video editing, or like image editing. That's also graphic design. Kind of like, just like, there's a lot. And there are a few universities or classes that focus on one aspect, but the one I took explored almost all of it, you can say. Let me explain. So, technically, I know I kind of came in here saying that, oh, is art school worth it? Even though most of the things that I want to talk about is mostly design, it still kind of like, you know, correlates. But like, design versus illustrating, right? Technically, there is a difference between designing and just drawing or illustrating at this point. In design majors, you are taught the essentials to design. Obviously. Duh. Obviously, right? But what that means is that you have to learn a very specific kind of rule set or specific theories. There's like color theory, obviously again, aesthetics, printing, worst of all, Adobe Illustrator. I hate Adobe Illustrator. I don't know why. I think Illustrator could be very useful, especially for a lot of like vector work. But I don't like it. I hate it. I don't know. I hate it. I hate the program itself. And it might also be tied to the classes I didn't like, but like, we can talk about that later. So design has a lot more fundamentals to learn. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like, design versus like illustration, just bare illustrations. Design has a lot more fundamentals to learn. But a lot of other like fine arts, probably maybe a lot of like more art, like ew, Adobe. A lot of like other art majors, I believe, are more focused on like drawing, like with like colors, like painting and stuff like that, like, you know, physical art. Graphic design is focusing on like, you know, screens, you know, like digital art mostly. And because of that, it has a lot more fundamentals. There's a lot more rules and precision than just freely drawing. That's like going off your imagination. Designing has a lot more steps to it. And there is, believe it or not, there is a lot more counting, so to speak. Examples given being like margins, line weight. Sometimes it goes down to the very pixel of a design, like let's say a logo design, or like a poster design, like advertisement posters, like to the very detail of the spacing between each words counts. So because of that, it's very easy to overcomplicate graphic design, which was probably why I had a tough time studying it when I first started. Okay? Don't get me wrong, I love design. I love designing, like, I love character design. That's what I kind of came in for, because, like, I do a lot of digital work anyways. So I thought, this is my first initial thought when I first came into visual communication designs. I thought I would be drawing a lot more than designing. Which, okay, now that I say it, okay, that was like my mistake, right? Like, I thought I would be drawing more on the drawings that I want to talk or want to tackle. But no. Because, like, as I said, there are a lot of branches to it. Therefore, I didn't learn just drawing. There's more things that I learned from my lectures. So, hear me out, right? Personally, like, I had a tough time when I first started, and it kinda made me not like it. I won't say I hate graphic design or like design, art school, whatever. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I do not like it. I do not like some aspects of it. But like, I stayed for 4 years, so it can't be that bad, right? Plus, you get to learn a lot of new tricks, so it's never boring in class, right? Right? But also, there will be classes you won't like. Again, obvious. I'm just like stating the obvious here, right? But like, hear me out, let me explain. Graphic design isn't their passion. But yeah, that's probably a reason why most graphic design students kind of fall off. Kind of. Because like, graphic design isn't art. Oh, no, that's not what I was trying to say. Graphic design isn't like just drawing. That's what I'm trying to say. So the major that I took in, the visual communication design major, the specific one that I took taught me the basics of everything. We had photography, computer graphics, typography, history. We had history, which, like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense to have history because, well, you learn from history, right? And even art has history. For our history class, we had 2 classes specifically, which was Eastern art and Western art history. And I have to say, my Western art lecturer, he's a fan favorite, may I say. He is the students' favorite. He is friendly, he's forgiving, he is also a huge gaming nerd, and he put a lot of like game references in his lecture slides. Did that help me memorize better? Not really. But that's only because I was bad at history in general, so like, that's on me. And I actually didn't do that well in his class. Not because he didn't taught well. He taught very well. I'm just bad at memorizing history. So that's on me. And I had to kind of redo the semester in in between breaks of semester. kind of like a summer not vacation, summer class kind of, if you can kind of like correlate the two. But like, yeah, I had to retake it, not because he's bad, not because he's bad at teaching it. I'm just bad at I'm just bad at doing what I do. Anyways, with great lecturers, right, comes not so fun lectures. I had a lecturer I hated with all my gut. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm trying to be respectful. Like, he's a pro. I can tell he's a pro. He has his portfolio. He has his own like studio that he was like developing during class. He is a pro. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, oh, he's not even that good, you know. No, he's a pro. The thing is, I hated his personality. Like, okay, I wouldn't say he would berate us, because he wouldn't go that far, but he would like make fun of a lot of like the designs that we made. This is just off what I remember, but like, he is very like judgmental. Okay. Well, okay, like half of the time sometimes it is our fault for not really paying attention to past classes, because we had this lecturer in our like 4th semester, I think, or maybe like 5th, but like it was like 2nd to 3rd year. No, it's our 2nd year, I think. God, I don't really remember, but it was like halfway, right? It was kind of in the end of our studies, so I get why he would be frustrated that we can't answer some of his questions. But like, also, it's not just that really irks me, because he's the type of teacher to say like, oh, this bachelor graduate ended up being a taxi driver or whatever, right? As if that job was insulting, you know? God, like, I do not like this lecturer. And like, okay, when the first assignment came in this class with this lecturer, I misread the task and ended up with a completely different design than what he gave to us. And he made fun of it too, in front of the whole class. Okay, thankfully he didn't really call me out specifically. Like, he didn't call my name out, because he was presenting the rest of the designs for that assignment. But mine stood out the most because like, it's completely different from what he was like envisioning. Like, I made my own design than what he essentially tasked us. And he made fun of it because like he's like what is this? What is this? You know, like this is not what I asked for, you know. And in the end, he did acknowledge that it was a misread of the task itself. He didn't like say my name and like, oh, you are stupid. No, he didn't do that, but like, it's still kind of like humiliating in a way, you know. I don't know if people actually noticed that it was my assignment. I don't remember. I just kind of like tried to erase that memory out of my head. A bully as a teacher is crazy, right? I don't want to like this is me being a people pleaser, right? Because I don't want to like say that he's a bad lecturer or anything. It's just sometimes his personality can be really ass. Sometimes I won't say he's a bad lecturer. It's just that not a lot of people like them, you know. Hey, tears a bit, right. Now, because of that initial mess up, I didn't have the motivations for the class itself. And I actually ended up skipping this assignment as a whole, which made me fail the class completely, because that assignment was supposed to build up into the actual final final test. What's it called in English? Yeah, it's kind of like a final test, like finals thing. It ends up being the finals, but because I didn't work on it, I didn't submit it. And that's on me. Do not follow in my steps, kids. Do not follow what I did. But like, God, like he just kills my motivation so easily. Then again, that's like on me. Again, that's I get demotivated very, very easily. Because of that, I actually did retake the class again in between semester breaks. So don't worry, I still got something out of it, right? Like, okay, here's the thing with me, right? Like, I can make sense of design theories. I make sense of that. I understand, like, oh, designing this makes sense, you know? You have to do these steps. You have to do this, and, like, it makes sense. It's just that I can't, like, I don't explain it very well. That's me trying to explain it. I don't know how to explain it very well. I just know because it makes sense in my head. I just don't know how. That's the thing with my way of thought, right? Because like I know a lot of things. I just don't know how to like explain it. And this problem will reappear later. This foreshadowing actually. But yeah, do not do what I did. Do not do what I did, kids. So yeah, because of that, sometimes you'll have to meet lectures or classes that won't align to the studies that you want to study, you know? Like, I didn't want to study typography. I didn't think I needed to, but it was important for the design. I didn't have much beef on typography class, honestly. There are a few assignments that I feel like I could do better now because I understand better now. Like, there was this one specific assignment that a lot of us Indonesian art students tend to like dread, as you may say. It is called in Indonesia it's called nirmana, not nirvana, nirmana. Basically, it is an exploration of color and pattern. If you try like searching it up on Google, you'll see a lot of really beautiful renditions of that. I, however, did not do very well. I still passed the class, yes, but I feel like I could do way better than that. It was honestly not the best. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, it's the type of thing where it's like, oh, okay, now I get it. You like, I understand things a little later than usual, than most people. Like, oh, okay, I get it. I ingested that knowledge. Now, now that I've graduated, I understand the assignment. But yeah, I need to take a drink first. Ooh, I didn't think that that glass was that heavy. But anyways, yeah. So, am I saying that it's bad? No, I'm not saying that at all. You still get to learn a lot of new stuff and programs. And even if it meant learning Illustrator. But like, the thing is, you really have to just kind of like be brave about it, be brave with your ideas. You just gotta really thug it out. And pray your lecturer is forgiving enough. Sometimes. And okay, I won't talk much into like organizations and internal rules of my university, because like that can vary for student to student. So yeah. Speaking of programs and such. For the duration of my study, thankfully, I had a moment where we get to focus on a specific study that we want for a year. And for that program, I actually chose animation, specifically 2D animation, but we also got to learn 3D too. And actually, now that I get to focus on something that I actually wanted, I had a lot of fun there. Because like I also got a lot of I got access to a lot of like fun programs such as Toon Boom. Why do you have to be such an expensive subscription, Toon Boom? I had so much fun using you to animate. It was honestly super fun. And okay, I admit that I still have a long way to go to go. I still have a long way to go, which was why my grades weren't as I hoped for. But I learned a lot there and actually enjoyed myself, so that's all that matters, right? Like, I don't know why, like, okay, animation and like character design and stuff like that, for some reason I didn't get that good of a grade. Like, okay, I can like whip up like my my whole like chart of like all the studies and I did and the grades I got, but I was expecting something a lot more because I thought like I wouldn't say I worked really hard. I just kind of like learned better with like animation because I had experience with like live 2D, right? So I knew what like most of it is. But like, yeah, I thought I'd be getting a bigger score for it, but no. That's just for me though. That's my thing. That's my little problem. But yeah, the rest of the programs I had wasn't as good as I hoped for. Now, for portfolio-wise, since we basically learned the basics of everything, underlying basics, right? Basics. That also meant we had a variety of assignments, and that tied to our portfolio when we graduate. So we'll have like a portfolio of like photography, for example, even though I won't go into photography all that much, or like poster making, you know, those like graphic designs, like advertising graphic designs, which was why we were allowed to choose a program on our like 3rd year, I think. Yeah, we got to choose our own program to focus on. But during the first half, it was mostly the basics of, again, everything. I'll be honest, this is my own honest opinion. I barely used my art from my assignments for my portfolio because the art that I did wasn't aligned with the job type I wanted to do. I wanted to be like an illustrator or like animator, right? So I wanted to focus on those arts to be my portfolio, but that also, because of the variety of portfolios I gathered during my studies, I didn't have a lot of it, a super whole bunch of it, you know? So like, it is a little tough to get by if you don't already have a vast portfolio at hand, either before or during uni. This is like, I don't know how bad of a take this is, honestly. Because yeah, technically, it made sense because like, okay, you're a fresh graduate, your portfolio won't be like super vast. But like, yeah. It can be a pro and or a con. For a lot of people who are trying to get by in like the art industry, or like get into a specific job that that you want. And for me personally as well, I also didn't use much of my older art because of the style changes that I had. My art style changed a lot during the year. That's also because like I jumped around a lot of art programs anyways. So that's like a personal, very personal thing. It's not just because of uni itself. That's just my preferences. So yeah. Now, let's talk about my thesis. I would say all that I did on my thesis wasn't useful. I just want to say my thesis might have killed my inspiration for art. Yeah, it's that bad. Let me take a bite of my chicken before I dive into this freaking depressing topic. Okay, so I had my thesis during the early months of 2025. This is like the thing that messed up a lot of people in uni. Yeah, I do see that a lot actually. Which is why I'm kind of like explaining my side of the story for you guys. Not like I'm not trying to like scare you into not going to art school. That's not my mission here at all. I'm just kind of like telling you my personal experience during university. And okay, most of the topics that I've talked about during this whole conversation we're having has been kind of a lot more kind of negative, but believe me that it's not super bad. I'm only saying like the bad stuff because like I'm giving you what you should be expecting, like the bad parts that you should be expecting, because there is a lot of good parts. I need to talk about that. I need to say a lot of more about the good stuff about art school, or in this case design school. You get to learn a lot of new programs, that's one. You get a lot of experience on a lot of those programs, and a lot of other medias as well. So yes, you will do a lot of like graphic and kind of like digital art, but there are some aspects where you still learn a lot about traditional media. So for me, it was like poster paint and like book binding, actually, like the stitches behind like a book, you know, the back of a book. We learned that for like not a split second, but like in a few classes, because it ties to like our portfolio, right? Like in a literal sense, it ties to our portfolio. And we got to experience like printing, like how to print, and there's like different types of paper, different types of like there's like CMYK, CMYK and RGB. We had to like know how to differentiate the two, and like vector and raster, stuff like that. There's a lot you learn. I'm just saying that if you're taking a design class that is kind of like more broad, like the one that I took, just be prepared that you will learn a lot that might not align to what you were like initially signing up for. Like for example, you're signing up for like more illustrative, more artsy kind of classes, but no, design is different. Like the process is different, the process of thinking is different. It's not just like, oh, this will look good. No, you have to have a meaning behind why it looks like that. Have you ever seen that one Pepsi design that one designer made? Freak. Oh, I need to show you, because this one of my lecturer actually like talked about this. design document. Is it this one? It's like a whole document. Yeah. I think it's this one. Let me see first. Oh, it's taking a while. Oh, I think it is. There's this one Pepsi designer that made it super like convoluted. I'm not sure if it's. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. But like, there's this one Pepsi logo design that was super convoluted. That to a point, like, it was hilariously convoluted. But like, that's the thing with design. Sometimes, like, it looks simple, but it has a lot more meaning behind it. There's also this one designer where, I forgot what brand he was like redesigning, but like, was it Huawei? Is it Huawei? No, it's not Huawei. Xiaomi? I don't remember. But like, what he did was that the initial design was a lot more blocky, and he was tasked to redesign it so that it was more friendlier, or like family friendly in a way. And all he did was rounding the corners of the blocky design, and he was paid like billions of dollars. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but like, he was paid like $1,000 or something, and that was crazy. And that made a lot of people like angry, actually, because like, all you did was like round up the initial design. You didn't redesign it at all, but like, the idea though was there, and that is it became kind of controversial. That's all I was saying. But yeah, design is different from regular, like, a lot of like fine art, may say. Alright. Oh right, I was talking about my thesis, wasn't I? Okay, sorry, back to that initial topic. Okay, this might be a bit more depressing, but hear me out, right? If you want to really listen through a design student's or design graduates like woes and like what you should prepare for, then listen to my story. At the very least, like, one opinion out of like the many design students out there. Thankfully, I did my research with a group. So it was like more of a final project, but there was also research behind that project, right? So the final project I did was an animation. We did an animation where we did like 5 episodes, and like each episode is like 1 minute long. Thing is, we had to do that in the span of a couple of months. I won't be posting said animation because I feel like, number one, it could be much better. And I also kind of just, I don't know. I like, yeah, the number one thing that I sadly regret, that I feel like it could be much better than it is. I won't say what the animation is about either. But the main point that I'm trying to like convey is that the animation is a It was 5 episodes. It was supposed to be for a like TikTok or like Instagram reel kind of like animation where it's like vertical. The video itself is like vertical, not like horizontal, you know. And yes, like it is short. Like the idea we had is a short animation, but one episode can go for like 1 to 2 minutes. So like it was like almost 8 minutes long in the end. And I was in charge of animating the whole lot. Actually, I had 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs for this. One was the animation itself, and 2 was character designing. The character design part wasn't actually that bad. I managed to kind of like work around a lot of it. But it's the animating that I had a problem with. It might also be my fault. I'm just kind of like I'm just like putting myself out there because like I feel like I didn't help the team as much. I'm taking accountability for that. I know what I did wasn't the best per se. Like I kept working real close to the deadline while they're the types to finish weeks before the deadline. So yeah, so half of it is my fault. And the programs that I used weren't super conventional either because I used Live 2D for the animating, whereas my lecturers or my the lecturers that helped me with the thesis itself said like, oh, why don't you use After Effects? I don't have After Effects. We never learned about After Effects. We never got to learn it. Like, yeah, we got to learn most of the Adobe products. Like, we learned Photoshop, we learned Illustrator, we even learned InDesign. We didn't learn After Effects. We didn't even use a Flash. We used Toon Boom for our animation program. We didn't use Flash. We used Toon Boom because Toon Boom is a bit more. I guess it was a bit more new and it was a bit more popular than Flash because like Flash was dying. Flash is kind of dead by now. But even so, we didn't use Flash. We didn't use like half of the other Adobe products. So yeah, I don't have that. I do not have the cracked version of that. All I had was Live 2D because I was used to Live 2D. And it worked. It did work, but it wasn't the most convenient to work with because I still had to switch between Live 2D and DaVinci Resolve for the actual like putting it together. So it is a bit more convoluted. So yeah. So that's one of the stress that is on the list. That's one of my stressors in the list, right? Here's a number 2. And it was when I started the actual presentation for my thesis, my defense. I wasn't the most into writing. We did a lot of writing together. We did the writing together, the research together. In my writing itself, I had a lot of flaws with it. And like I'm like generally I'm kind of slow with these things. Okay. Like I love the concept of researching. I love finding out new things about new things and stuff like that. But like with a thesis, you have to be really specific, right? You really need to be really thorough with your work, because otherwise, like the people who are reading it won't like understand, you know. So my actual writing wasn't like the best. I will admit it wasn't the best, but I did put my all into the animation, in which apparently was also lackluster. Okay. I hate talking about it, honestly, because it happened in a really rough time during 2025 when during my thesis, like my last years of uni. And yeah, it really did kind of mess up a lot of people, and me included. But on the day of my actual defense, I had 2 lecturers like watching me, right? One of them, in the middle of my presentation, one of them was just eating. Like, okay, I get it, it's lunchtime, but can't you wait for my thesis to finish? Like, here's the thing, right? Because I didn't eat before this. Like, I had breakfast, but that was it. I waited since like 8 in the morning. I got my turn for my thesis at like 12 to 1. So it was lunchtime, and I had to wait for my turn to finish for me to have lunch. But this dude is just eating right in front of me while I was trying to present my case. And I feel so disrespected. I get it, you're hungry, but like even the other lecturer was like waiting. But like why? Like it didn't take that long for you to, wait for it a little. I don't know. Like, okay, I kind of get it, because like some people can't like wait too long before they have to eat. But like there was like no warning. He was just like opening up his like bento box and just kind of like started eating. And I felt disrespected because of that. And it's not only that. This dude mocked my animation. I wouldn't say constructive feedback, because he kind of did just mock my animation, but like he did get like critical with it. Like, okay, yeah, it wasn't the most polished thing ever. It's not like Disney quality freaking animation, but like we had a tight deadline, and the animation itself was like almost 8 minutes long, and I did that. I had help from my friends to work on like a bit of the more like some of the other like simpler animations, but most of it, like 90% of it, is my animation. And he roasted me so bad during the defense too, because like apparently I didn't research well enough. So, and because of that, I could answer most of his questions, and he left no room for me to breathe. I genuinely almost cried during his ranting, because I felt like I failed, and in this case I might as well be. And worst of all, he was the head of my faculty. Like, how was I not supposed to feel crushed? I thought, like, for the longest time, I thought this dude was chill, because during like class, I had a few classes with him, and he would be chill. No, he crushed me. Thankfully, the other lecturer was a lot more soft-spoken. Like, yeah, there were some pointers, but I got to answer most of it, because this lecturer actually like asked more about my animation progress. The other lecturer was asking more about like the data of the research. So for this lecturer, the one that's more soft-spoken, I had more answers for him. And in the end, I did end up crying once I left the room, because like I knew I was gonna fail. I felt like I was gonna fail with the amount of like berating this dude like did to me, right? But then I got invited back with this one other guy who was also in the lineup for that day's like defense, and we got invited back for the announcement. And like there was like a bit of a tense silence, and then finally he said that we passed, and I got a B. Well, not an A, but at the very least a B is, passing. Good enough. I don't care anymore. But yeah, I got a B, and in the end I did end up crying in front of them, because like whatever, right? Like fuck this, like whatever, like I don't care about it anymore. And because of that, because of like that defense, my revisions for that thesis got pushed way later, that I almost passed the deadline. Actually, this is real. This is a real story. And I was so scared of meeting that lecturer, the head faculty. So I avoided that work for so long. Oh yeah, that sucks, but hey, and at least I passed, right? I passed my thesis defense. At what cost? My motivation. I had no motivation for the rest of the year because of that. It crushed me. It crushed me. But yeah, that's my thesis. It's all over now. I wouldn't say it's all over. Like, I mean, if you see my streams, I still do art. Like, my art has kind of is a bit more revived now, especially since I watch Iron Lung. And now Project Hail Mary does another kind of inspo boost for me. But yeah. Gosh. Right? Because like my advice when you're doing thesis, number one, find a topic that you are actually comfortable with. Like the topic that I did was something that I'm comfortable with. It's just that I don't know, I feel like because the topic that we took was actually a group discussion. It was decided via group discussion. We had 3 topics that we had to submit, and out of the 3, our lecturer will choose one, and there's like 3 of us in the group, and out of the other 3 that we got chosen for, we choose one more, or we choose one out of the 3 that already got picked, and we ended up using my friend's idea, which is a good idea. It's just I don't know. Number one, it could be the way I was trying to defend myself during the defense itself. I barely could kind of like come up with a lot of like the answers. That's just me being me. But I feel like if I had went with my idea, which I had an interesting idea, but it might have been also a lot more harder for research wise, because it is very niche, and the actual research for that topic itself isn't that broad. Not a lot of people have researched that, so we can't really do much. Plus, it's not even like art related. The topic that we took wasn't even art related. It was like an actual like problem that had happened during that time, and like the area that we took, which was around the campus area actually. But yeah, so thesis itself has to be a lot more specific. I wish we could have just done what we wanted to do, but then again, there would just be kind of nothing to show for. I don't know. If my final project was like something that I actually wanted to do, or like an idea that I wanted to pitch, I feel like I would probably enjoyed it a lot more. There was an assignment that I really enjoyed. I posted it on my YouTube. If you know what it's called? It's like the Cupid, the Korean song. Cupid by 50/50. I did an animation with on that song. I posted it on that was supposed to be an assignment, and okay, like watching it back now, yeah, it's not the most polished art, but like I had a lot of fun, and I actually locked in for that assignment. See, that's the thing, like with art, you have to like most of the time it'll work better if you have fun doing it. If it's something that you don't like doing, it won't come out the way you wanted it to come out. Art takes time. So that thesis deadline, like my thesis, they have a deadline for it. I know most unis thesis doesn't have an exact deadline for them, but my university did. And because of that, it felt very rushed. The animations that I did felt very rushed, clumsy, which is another reason why I don't want to post it. Like I tried to give my all for it, my flair, and a lot of my teammates also agreed that my animation would have been like much better. Like I had the skill to animate it, but if it weren't for the deadline, I would have made it 10 times better, honestly. Couldn't agree more. Could barely do anything that doesn't interest me, right? Yeah. So here's my final words, my final verdict for a lot of inspiring artists out there who want to pursue art school or design school or whatever, like art related schools that there are. I'd say if you really want to pursue art as a job, I would say try to get a different hobby outside of art. Like if you came into art school because your hobby is drawing, and that's your only hobby, I would say try to find a different hobby. Like it could be anything. It could be like gaming, like streaming, like what I'm doing right now. It could be I don't know, music making, or like reading, just anything that's not art related, because art school will wear you down whether you like it or not, because you don't always get to do the art that you want. So yeah, there will be lessons, there will be assignments where it doesn't align with what you want to do. So if you really do want to pursue art as something you want to do for work, try to find a university or major that actually aligns with what you do. Research it as best as you could. Try not to find a university that's just doing a very specific, or not specific, broad lessons, assignments, like the major that I took. Try not to find one that's way too broad. Like if you're interested in illustration or painting, go fine arts. If you want logo design, go graphic design. You want what's it called in English? Sculpting? If you want sculpting, there's also sculpting classes. Try not to also just go with what other people tells you to go for, because I went into design communication because number one is popular, and it was either that or fine arts or psychology. Man, I could have been a psychologist, I really could have been a psychologist. But no, I didn't get accepted. Yeah. Thankfully, I did get accepted for the design, but yeah, as I said, would it be worth it? I say if you really just do art for a hobby, then don't. Try to find a job that might have a lot more like or like a university that has a lot more like job diversity or like job hirings. Not saying that the art industry has low job hirings, just saying that like there are other like majors that isn't art that you might be it's kind of like broadening your like your options. Not to say that you should do something you don't want to do, but like still try to like broaden your options more when you want to wait, is chat frozen? What's the screen chat like that? Hello? Oh, where are you? No, where are you? Where are you? Refresh right now. How do I refresh? How do I refresh chat about YouTube? A lot of majors don't have a lot of hiring at them. Anyway, yeah. Alright. You're right. Unfortunately, you're right. But no, let's not doom post. There I know it's hard, but we gotta try to keep it up. I think it's just slow for the chat, maybe. That's just okay, there you go. Oh, the old chat. No, sorry. But yeah. As I was saying, is it worth it? I think it depends on whether or not you're really focusing on the major that you're picking, on the art subject that you're picking. Graphic design, fine arts, filmmaking. Let's hope maxing. But yeah. Other than like assignments, I don't want to like bring the mood down or anything, but I made a lot of connections, but not a lot of like super close friends, you know. But that's a me thing. That's mainly a me thing, because like I'm just awkward in real life. I'm not saying this is like a threat or not a threat. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying this is like something you should be scared of. Like you could still make friends. There are a lot of people. There's a lot of different types of people in my uni, and a lot of them are very unique, and I think if you want to be friends with someone, you just gotta go for it, you know. I got into Love in Deep Space because my friend, my UD friend, actually played it. Like, okay, I had a high school friend that also played it. I had a lot of my closer friends played it as well, and I keep hearing people talk about it. And since my uni friend also plays it, that became like, oh, that's my green light, you know. Okay, fine, I'll play this freaking game. And 1 year later, I'm still playing it. Honestly, I really didn't expect me to keep playing it after 1 year. Like, okay, yeah, I just log in for the like dailies now, but like still I feel so attached to it for some reason. Like usually I get kind of like, I have some games I tend to get bored very easily, but this for some reason I can't let go. If I delete it, I feel like I'm like I feel like it feels sad. But yeah, anyways, happy birthday, Silas. But yeah, alright, I've said my final words. So you done with your food or drink? I think I still have one more chicken nugget to finish. But yeah, it's getting late. It's getting real late. We should bounce now. Are we gonna split the bill again? I did get some allowance from my mama, so I could pay a little, like half of it at least, so we can, like, you know, split the bill again. You okay with that? You okay with that? Alright, thank you. I'll see you back in the office next week. See ya! Bye bye! Good talk. Bye bye! This one is on this house, thank you. Goodness. See ya!